USA's run through the World Cup comes to an abrupt end. 90 minutes is a lot of time to play a match, but in its last two, the United States has been doing most of its scoring in just the last 15. If the U.S. does its best work at the end of the match, an extra 30 tacked on against Ghana should have been the Yanks' time to thrive. A trip to the semifinals on the line, Tim Howard and the U.S. would be all too happy to punch their ticket and move on. In the 5th minute, Ricardo Clark out at midfield, a costly turnover. Kevin Prince Boateng capitalizes, streaks down the field, and beats Howard near post. The U.S. down early once again. Ghana would carry the 1-0 lead into the half. Second half now, U.S. shifting it into high gear in the opening minutes. Josie Altidore feeds Benny Failhaber for the possible equalizer, but he's stuffed by Richard Kingson. Kingson 5 saves on the day. Not pretty, but gets the job done and preserves the lead. 61st minute now, Clint Dempsey, fancy footwork to get into the box. He's taken down and a penalty is called on Jonathan Mensah. That would set up Landon Donovan for the penalty kick. Already 2 goals in the tournament for Donovan. He thrives under pressure and he knots things up at 1. If you want anyone scoring a game winner for you, it's Landon Donovan. Let's take another look at that one. Kingston, a wall all day long. Guesses wrong on this one, though, and Donovan makes him pay. The U.S. comes from behind yet again. 76th minute, Altidore finds Michael Bradley looking for more late-game heroics, and another great stop by Kingson. So we go to extra time. And in the 93rd minute, off what seems to be a harmless clear, Asamoah Gyan runs it down, rifles it top corner, and that'd be your game winner. No nail-biter finish this time. Ghana takes it 2-1, and the U.S. bows out in the round of 16.
I think we're very proud of what we've accomplished. Fortunately, we lost at the wrong time, and I think tonight was actually maybe the best we've played in the World Cup, but we made two mistakes that ended up hurting us.
Ghana advances on to face Uruguay in the quarterfinals. Back in the States, the Yankees are out in Hollywood wrapping up interleague play against the Dodgers. It's the first series between LA skipper Joe Torre and his former team after his not-so-pleasant departure. They got the drama of the first meeting out of the way last night, although A-Rod and Torre didn't talk. So let's get straight to the action from tonight. Derek Jeter celebrating his 36th birthday, extending the Yanks' win streak to 4 would be a nice present. First inning, 2 on for Mark Teixeira, and he goes yard for his 13th homer of the year. New York with an early 3-0 lead, but in the third, A.J. Burnett in a bases-loaded jam, and James Loney makes him pay. Punches one through the hole to right. The Dodgers would add another in the inning. Burnett pulled after just 3. He gave up 6 earned runs, but that doesn't stop the bleeding. Next inning, Loney added again. The Yanks fall in L.A. 9-5. Earlier and back in the Big Apple, Johan Santana taking on his former team. Not off to a great start. First inning, Joe Mauer singles to center. Orlando Hudson scores, and Minnesota is up 1-0. Later in the inning, 2 on for Delman Young. He shoots 1 to left for a double. Santana 4 earned in the first inning alone. The Mets not doing much better at the plate. Just 3 hits against Carl Pavano. He throws the complete game shutout, and the Twins win 6-0. It still may be a couple of months before local players are back on the gridiron, but it's never too soon to start practicing, especially if you're getting some help from the pros. The first annual CNY Football Academy was held today at Sunnycrest Park. About 300 kids ran drills under the supervision of local NFL players. Mike Hart of the Indianapolis Colts, Tyvon Branch of the Raiders, and Jolon Dunbar fresh off a Super Bowl win with the Saints. Not to mention a few more NFL friends they brought with them. It may have been a few years since Hart was tearing it up at OCS, but for him and the others, it's always good to come back home.
It was just fun. We had a lot of fun out here today, and the biggest thing was, it ran real smooth, and kids got to learn a lot. They got to rotate a lot and learn every position today, and that was the biggest thing. And got to hang out with a lot of NFL players, so I think they had a great time.
Growing up, man, I used to look up to Dorsey Levens and Will Allen and them guys, man, and when they used to come back, it was like a big deal to us. So for us to come back now and to be a big deal to the kids, it's a great feeling.
The pros say they hope to make the camp an annual event. That'll do it for sports. Tom has a last look at your weather. We'll be right back.